Yeah, about that. I'm not sure she will be able to do that. I don't know. I have no idea how this will end. I literally don't remember his name. Maybe she has other reason. Maybe she's throwing herself into constant danger to die. That's not something that Kageaki wanted. I don't know who it might be. We have something wholesome actually. Oh, you mean the other thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, makes sense. You literally asked about that in the first episode of this road.
It's Barrows. It's so Barrows. Oh my god.
Hello and welcome, Pocket Watch here, and it's about time for probably the last episode of this road in Muramasa. So, probably in this episode we're going to end the Nemesis road, so... We'll see. I have no idea how this can end, like, in last episode so many things happened. Kageaki can as well be a vegetable right now. Like, he lost his driving force. He lost Hikaru, he don't have any purpose in life basically right now, and the one thing that he wants to die by Otori hand probably will not come into fruition as well, because I don't think like Otori will feel that way to just kill him. Maybe we'll have like change of personalities, maybe we'll have Kageaki having the revenge as his driving force right now. Maybe when he discovers that Otori killed his father, he will try to kill her. Maybe he changed his state mind. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what to think. So I just fixed microphone and let's just go to the episode. Let's see what will happen. Leave up a like if you like the episode. If you dislike it, then maybe subscribe as well for more Muramasa stuff. And join the Discord. Hehe. We have fun on Discord. That's cool. Anyway, let's go. The week following Otori's Shishiku death is not, as one might expect, fraught with turmoil. In fact, compared to what we went before, one might even be tempted to call it peaceful. This is especially true in Aizu, where the expected confrontation between Rokuhara and GHQ has failed to materialize. The shogunate has lost its last true leader, and the allies have lost their justification for war. Neither force is in position to start another fight. Also, I'm really interested in checking another roads, because this road showed us that there's some important correlation between Chachamaru and Ginseigo. Chachamaru was not happy about the outcome of Ginseigo meeting the bomb, basically. And this is very weird. Also, who's the little girl that was with Wolf? Maybe we'll have like some grand revelation at the end of this road, who knows? Maybe we'll learn who she was. The people of Yamato, meanwhile. This latest event has provided fresh fuel for rumor. Though the times have left many numb to upheaval, still voices whisper who? Who killed Rokuhara Last Hope? GHQ's favorite suspect, at least in the beginning. But as time goes by, the story of those who escaped House Otori spreads. A different picture emerges, that the eldest daughter of murderer Lord Tokitsugu returned to claim her vengeance. Pretty much that's what happened. These two stories, seemingly in opposition, gradually merge together, until the prevailing theory is that GHQ spies assassinated the Otori Sion in her quest. While the story is in some ways close to the truth, those who chose to believe it as fact are, of course, entirely wrong. The truth is that no one benefit less from Shishiku death than the allies and their queen. If General Otori had been inclined to accept, I have little doubt that Colonel Cannon would have gladly provided him a bodyguard. They needed a villain, a living, breathing enemy, not one who had lost his head. Shishiku in turn was well aware that his enemy needed him. This is why he did not feel it necessary to keep Musha guard on station. Ultimately, neither side had planned for Otori Kanae. Also, Shishiku was very unfortunate in last episode. He fought 2 enemies, and both of them he couldn't fight in his own terms. He could win like both of these fights, if only he would fight like on his own terms and try to just assassinate them. But yeah, that couldn't be like arranged or anything, so that was good. These were good fights. Still, even the false narrative might have worked to GHQ advantage. People love a tale of vengeance, and as a shadow power which supposedly made the whole thing happen, GHQ might even have found support for a peaceful takeover. So basically in this road GHQ won. This, I'm certain, is in large part the reason that Colonel Cannon closed to withdraw and wait. Yamato needs new rurals, and after more than a decade of strife, her people were beginning to ask, why not this man from the west? And that's why Kyoto made this move. I can only assume that the court had planned for precisely this turn of events. Their moves were too swift and precise to think otherwise. First, they approached the Muromachi Tandai, Rokuhara arm in Kyoto, and secured their cooperation. Next came the governor of Kyushu. Hokkaido promptly followed. At the same time, the investiture of Ashikaga Konyuji had fallen by the wayside, with the destruction of Fuduraku was officially postponed. Oh, yeah, this guy. Aww. The court had decided that Moryuji Heir was too young to bear the burden of those troublous times. A regent would be appointed to safeguard his position until he had come to an age. Yeah, this is like pretty common solution in this situation, I would say. I have a feeling like he will never get actually through the power in the state. Like, he's a kid. They will like definitely do something and just postpone his taking over, or basically they will never give him power. As for whom that regent would be, that still remains to be seen. But if I were a betting man, I would place my money on a member of the imperial family, one intimately familiar with the players in Kanto, with the foresight and the acumen to lead the court response to this crisis. One member in particular, in other words. My suspicions aside, from what I heard, the court has already begun to establish the true, if in recent years defunct, governing apparatus of Yamato. Wait. One member in particular in a row. Who? Who? Wait, what? What do you mean? The 10 ministers are summoning their bureaucrats, the 5 families, and converting to select a prime minister, and even the houses of the imperial diet are planning to unshutter their doors. This change has not gone unnoticed by the people of Yamato. Reminded of their ancestral loyalties, many are looking once more to Kyoto for guidance and hope. The numbers grow daily, and even the warriors of Rokuhara are no exception. Rokuhara's role, its true role, has always been to serve the court, with the Muromachi Tandai example, to silence lingering opposition. The leaders Kanto, Rokuhara have already begun turning to the fold. The more time goes by, the more likely it seems that Yamato will find its own way to peace. This is not, of course, what GHQ wants, and I have little doubt that Colonel Cannon has plans in place to stop it. But without another convenient villain waited in the wings, he will soon have to make a choice: to become himself the villain, or instead to seek an accord. I don't know what kind of choice would be the best here for him. I'm not sure. What do you think he should choose? Should he become villain or not? Will war once again rage across Yamato? Or will it finally have its freedom? The answer to that question is not for me to know. I wonder whose dialogue was it? Was it Kagaki? Okay, this is like totally new place. And we can hear Otori. This is the music that she plays. The mountain breeze is soft and gentle, caressing my skin like a maiden's touch. I breathe deep, filling my lungs, then exhale a great burst of air. Also, thanks for your all information about Sayot Tsurugi. Like, that was a lot about it. That was great read, thanks. Okay, Kagaki is here. It's over. Truly. Kinseigo is gone. Rokuhara defeated. Though there are doubtless many obstacles still to overcome before a brighter future can emerge, my part in Yamato's story is over. Yamato needs the good and the wise, not men like me. I am a murderer, a criminal, and a criminal duty is to be punished. That is the only way for such a man to be of use to society. That is why I hoped for a trial once this had ended, for a fair, impartial judge who would send me to the noose, to suffer and die, filthy and wretched, an object of hatred and scorn. That was what I deserved. Justice. Oh, Kagaki. But the only man who could see it done denied my victims that. They simply could not understand why it had to be. Now the commissioner is gone, and His Highness, I'm sure has no time for my troubles. Even if they possess the will, they could not see it done. And yet, I need not despair. I still have Otori Kanae. Yeah, about that. I'm not sure she will be able to do that. She got one of her revenges, and she kind of broke because of that. Also, she started love, actually, Kagaki, so I wouldn't bet on her killing you. With her, I have no fear that my deeds will go unpunished. She has weighed my crimes, pronounced me guilty, and sworn to see justice done. Perhaps she does not serve society loves as I do, but she does serve a love, a deeper love, the older love of man. Whatsoever you take from another shall be taken from you in turn. The love of vengeance. She will come to me, her sword in hand, to avenge the boy whose dreams I destroyed. Nitayuhi, his killer, will die, slain by the righteous blade as evil is meant to be. There is no justice more perfect, more fair. No other way to honor my victims. They were innocent. They lived good lives. They were repaid for it with evil. If that evil is not repaid in turn, then their good was worth nothing at all. What a line! Wow. It's not the bad, their good was worth nothing at all. Huh. Evil must be repaid. The villain must suffer the same as his victims. This will not bring back what they lost, but it will, at least, even the score. Evil will not have won. Also, it might go other ways. Like, I mentioned it like few episodes ago. I'm not remember in which episode, but I think in the episode, I think it was in the beginning of this road when they were like talking that you will execute me with the commissioner, basically. Like, if you want to be punished and everything, I have a feeling like the biggest punishment he can get is to keep living. Yeah, I think like if Kageaki will keep living, he will just be in his like endless thoughts of torment and having like flashbacks of his victims and everything. Like I have a feeling like this is the biggest. Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's what will happen. Maybe Otori will say pretty much similar thing. Like, if you want to see justice and you want to suffer, don't live. Something like that. I don't know. I have no idea how this will end. That went like way too fast. More than anything, this world needs justice. A force that acts in opposition to the wrong. Justice in the front of the order. The soil in which hope and dreams may grow. And this now, I know that there is justice. And that she is coming for me. Otori Kanae. This joy, this terror that burns my heart is proof that the word is right. Oh, she's here. She's here.
あなたに対して閉ざす扉などありません。大尉殿、それに、折もよかった。
Oh. She steps aside and closes the door. Forgot the obvious question. There's only one reason I would call on her for now. Only one thing between us unfinished. Perhaps she means to finish it here. So be it. I'm ready. I have no reason to refuse her. She turns towards me, but stops halfway. Her gaze is fixed on the wide open window. Well, I guess it doesn't matter to him because he thinks he will die in like 5 minutes.
さほどには新鮮な空気の心地よさの方が勝ります。
Yeah, something to keep his mind occupied, I guess.
そうですね。自然は本当に素晴らしいところですから、ここは。他には何もありませんけれど。
ない方が良いのです。何があっても景観を損なうでしょう。
While speaking, I get up and close the window. Women are often susceptible to cold, and I would not want to make the captain uncomfortable.
長倉王は良い場所に別荘を建てられた。1週間屋根をお借りしたものとして、ご趣味のほどに称賛の言葉は惜しめません。
Okay.
思考が似通ってらっしゃるのかしら。長倉のおじい様もこの山荘はお気に入りで。
What do you mean? Do you mean the Nakakura? So this is the old guy that we met in Aizo before, like 2 or 3 episodes ago.
毎年春と秋には1週間ほどここで過ごされます。でもこれから当分の間はその習慣もお預けでしょうね。
ご多忙なのですか。
At present, the situation in Aizu can best be likened to the chaos of Landry Bean. With the forces of Tori Shishku assembled here, leaderless and lost, I only hope that Ser Nakagura is not in any danger.
表向きはこれまでと何も変わらず悠々自適に暮らしてらっしゃいます。けれどバーヤが言うにはどうも裏でせわしなく動いているらしいとのことで。多分大鳥家に花江の周辺に介入しているのでしょう。あのおじい様、昔から私より妹の方にご執心でしたから。
I mean, in terms of like ability to like lead the people and being like leader, Hana is definitely the brain. You mentioned this in the comments as well. Like Hana is brain, Otori is a force, basically. They're both amazing. If you combine them both, like this is like terrifying combo.
大鳥家を立て直そうと奔走している花江の支えになってくれているんだと思います。きっとあの子には気づかれないようにしながら。
I would like to see Otori basically, I mean Kanae, because all of them are Otori. Okay, Kanae come back to like Hanae and rebuild Otori house together basically. That's like, they would be like unstoppable together. Like what the hell?
もう結構なお年なんですもの。好き好んで苦労を買い込まなくたっていいでしょうにね。
Sorry. She sighs, shaking her head, but I hear the truth behind her chilling tone. Smiling, I
好
reply,
きでする苦労ならお辛くはありますまい。無理をなさらないか。それだけが懸念です。体の限界は得てして唐突に訪れるものですから。
I need more coffee.
ええ。そのあたりに気を配れる人間がおじい様の身辺にいるといいのですけど。
Ah,
誰かとは言わず、
are you going to Hanae, maybe?
大井殿とて妹君の力となりたい気持ちにお変わり
Yeah,
はない
exactly.
さすればあのご老人も肩にかかる重みを減らせましょう。
True.
差し出口ながらそうすることが最善であろうと自分には思われます。
Nice, so Kagaki have pretty much the same idea as I.
私は単なるパウダーマニア。今あの子やおじい様のそばへ行っても無駄飯食いの場所塞ぎになるだけでしたよ。
I mean, you would be something like general of some like forces, like military and stuff. I guess you would fit well.
そのようなことは決してありません。
買いかぶりはなさらないで、影明様。
いえ、大尉。自分は知っています。
Yep.
覚えています。
I recall her deeds, all that I've seen of her since we met in that village. Oh. Oh, the memories. I remember how she backed the will of her superiors and fought to save the village from Nagasaka's madness. Okay, Yaganta, Atori, Kotaro. The prefect? I don't remember his name. You can remind me in the comments. I literally don't remember his name. Yeah, that was arc between these two. Between Yagenta and him, but yeah, I don't remember his name. Oh, I remember how she joined my quest to stop Kinseigo, and how no warning of mine could turn her aside. And of course I remember her actions in the wake of the Shogun death, a desperate attempt to stop the bomb, to flight to Aizo, where she took a bullet meant for me. And the last struggle against Totori Shishku, whose ambitions would have brought new war to Yamato. In her instance, the wise course would have been to stand aside, but she threw herself into mortal danger with no hope of personal gain. Why did she do it then? Maybe she is more similar to you than you think. Maybe she wants to die as well, but not the way you want. Maybe she has other reason. Maybe she's throwing herself into constant danger to die. Like Kageaki fighting to live and to die at the end. Otori is otherwise. She's like throwing herself to danger to die, not to live for later. Maybe that's the case. For some reason. For her people.
大尉殿、あなたは昇進の貴族であられます。 民草を導くという傲慢なる統治に正当な資格を持って望むことのできるお方です。
Or she just want to help her people, basically. She just like throwing herself to danger for the sake for others. But I don't know. I don't know if Kanaya is so righteous to do that. I mean, yeah, sure, she would like throw herself to danger for her sister, for Hana and for Yuhi. Yeah, that makes sense. I think I'm overthinking stuff now.
あなたの存在が大鳥家、ひいては会津の人々の暮らしに益しない道理がありません。疑うべくもないことです。大殿、あなたはこんなところで足踏みしているべきではない。
If there's anywhere she does not belong, it is here.
港影焼の始末をなさってください。そして一刻も早く、あなたの力が必要とされている場所へお戻りを。
What her answer would be? She answered with silence. Slowly, her gaze travels from me to the window, to the vista beyond. I study her profile. Though never in question, her beauty strikes me now more than ever before. Her fine sculptured features, cold and white, betray no hint of emotion, but as frost hides the soil, I know that beneath them a word of warmth can be found. After a time, she speaks. Her lips hardly move.
そんな生き方も考えはしま
Yeah,
した。
she's not going. She's going to decline it. She's going to decline the offer. She will. How Kagaki will react to this? It will like shatter his another dream, basically. His another purpose. He will truly be left without like any hope.
けれど
Oh my god. As her last whisper dies, she turns to me. She turns to look once more at me. At once, my body freezes, every muscle locked in place. There, not an arm length away, the captain's lidded eyes shine like knives behind a veil. She reaches out, her fingers long and white, bone white, as if all the blood has left them. They touch my neck, cold as ice, and I know my doom is here. Her other hand rises. I watch petrified and wait for the end to come. Huh? Oh. Oh! I think I will need some to prepare some stickers for this. That's not something that Kageaki wanted. I mean, he wanted this in like deep in his mind. Like he was watching Otori, he's like looking at her, seeing like she's beautiful, resourceful, and everything. He definitely wanted that to happen, but he also wanted to die. This is so complicated. This relationship is so good. I love it. Like, oh my god. The air is still. This is not precisely the end I expected. The captain has laid me out on the bed. Forcibly? It's hard to say. I suppose some subtle technique might have done it. For I felt no noticeable impact. I could almost believe that I had assumed the position myself. Yeah, probably. Like your unconscious did that?
大義、
She does not reply, though she cannot have mistaken the question my tone. Instead, with the tiniest quiver, her fingers began to undo the buttons of my shirt. I decide to try again.
何を。
明日
Tomorrow? This time she stops me with a word, a single word. Tomorrow. Oh! Wait, is that like a promise that she will like I will kill you tomorrow? But for now, let me have it? Is that the case? Oh my god, what the hell is happening? That's like the saddest execution. I cannot imagine what's going on in Otori's mind. Like, if she will like actually go and kill him like tomorrow, that's probably like the most heartbreaking execution she will ever do. This answer leaves a great deal unsaid, but the words that don't follow I hear as if spoken. There's only one thing they could be. Tomorrow.
ですからそれまで
Yep.
あなたは影焼様
Well, Kageyaki also said in the cell that his life belongs to her. I try to speak to voice my accent, but my throat dry as a desert prevents me. It hardly matters. I'm hers. She does not need or want my permission. Yep, that's what he said in the jail as well. Probably didn't expect that though. Her hands, which hold my life in their grasp, will continue their naptail work. I can tell from her ragged breathing that she's nervous, as if she had never been with a man before. The question why crumbles like sand. I know that to ask would be meaningless. I'm hers. That sounds enough. With moments, my chest lies bare. Her eyes inspect me with a microscopic intensity, tracing the many lines carved in my flesh. Yeah, she's very precise. I have many questions about Otori abilities. I hope they will be explained in some road, in some way. Definitely not in the next one, because in the next one Otori will die. But maybe in the road where they both alive. Maybe, I know. A record of my battles is etched there. Though a musha can heal from most any wounds, the deepest still leave traces behind. I have many, too many to count.
そう。じっと見られるのはお前。
周知を
は。
なぜ醜いと思っておいでですの
She traced one, long and jagged, with the tip of her little finger.
この傷が
ええ。
傷跡は言うなれば生きた証。恥じるものでも醜いものでもなくてよ、影焼様。
尋常に生きた方であれば大義おっしゃられる通りです。
Yeah.
傷跡が生きた証なら
Yeah, it's kinda mad. It's a madness life. The fingers goes to the scar she has chosen. My fingers. The memory comes easily. The battle, the death, most vividly, the one that came after.
まさに修行恥じるほか術がありません。
Silence. The captain neither agrees nor protests. But nor does the grant me reprieve from her gaze. I look aside, but her eyes, I still feel them on my skin, stroking it, caressing it, like long slender reeds. There's no escape. Squirm though I might, her grip holds me fast. My only choice is to lie there, helpless, as shame broils the core of my brain. Suddenly, new sensation seizes my flesh. This one infinitely more real than the last. A moment of utter confusion follows. Though I can see what's happening, I can't accept it. The Captain Kanai is kissing me. Kissing my hideous scars.
大義
My voice dies. What can I say? What words, what plea will avail me against the rough power of her act? My tormentor pays no heed to my distress. She is devoted utterly to her work, to the play of firm lips and wet tongue. The first touch of her tongue draws a groan from my throat. The shock It's electric. Too much to endure. Her mouth moved onwards from the scout to the next, leaving no inch of my skin untouched. With a hunter's focus, she studies me.
そうか。
All at once I understand why. Why I cannot stop her. Why my pleas have gone ignored. To her, in this moment, I am not my words or will. I am my scars, my story, my battles. This woman is tasting my crimes. And it's no wonder that I can't deny her for what she's claiming is merely her due. She's after all my judge. Way to judge someone you want to kill. Or at least you trying to judge to kill or whatever. What a way to...
この一つ一つに涙の味がします。
Yeah, like... Kageki life is basically the endless cycle of murders, sadness, and tears. Yeah. He have to kill, and he don't want to kill. God damn it.
嘆きの味が
Yeah.
それは至極当然かと。
I have a feeling like she will try to... how do you call it? Not tell him, but... I lost a word. I want to tell, like, she's trying to... Convince, okay. She's trying to convince him to not give up his life because his scars are already like grief, sorrow, tears. He basically, yeah, that he already got his like judgment passed, so he just have to live with his grief and sorrow on his body, and that will be his punishment for life. I think that's what's going to happen, like I mentioned before. That's... If he belongs to Otori, like he claimed, then he cannot deny her judgment. Basically. The grief of my victims, those futures I stole, the tears shed by their friends, the loved ones. These scars were made by more than just blades.
分かってない。影明様は間違ってる。それでは一人足りないのに、どうしてお分かりにならないの？
What do you mean? Perhaps she's right, perhaps I'm blind, for I cannot see what it is she sees. What am I missing? What am I forgetting? Grief, tears, for whom? She's staring deep into my eyes. She's waiting for something, a flicker, a spark. She hopes that I will see. Maybe he forgot like about his father, basically, because of... I mean, not forgot, but yeah. He thinks about the previous crimes. Of his, not like of someone else. But I glimpse there's also resignation. She knows that her hope is in vain. And indeed, I'm forced to meet her expectations. Though I wish it were otherwise, her words can't reach. The captain, sensing this, shows no surprise. She merely lowers her head, concealing her face. What if this gesture signifies acceptance? It must also signify her coming to a decision. Otherwise, how do I explain what comes next? True, one might call it the obvious way for this matter to progress, but to my senses the shock is very real. Okay, we are going further. Oh, yeah, definitely will need sticker for that. Here, her clumsiness is even more pronounced. Prime for pleasure. Wait, what? What's happening? Kageaki, what the fuck? Something inside of me is coming awake, torn from its long slumber by the scent of fresh meat. Wait, what? I know that if it is freed, I will cease to be myself. What the fuck? Okay, what do we have in background? This is the negative of some woman. I don't know who it might be. Huh. I gather my will to keep it suppressed. The effort is like biting for my own still beating heart. I have no way of knowing what the captain sees whenever she understands the struggle taking place. But if she does, it's not enough to deter her. White cheeks flash from her assault. Now she takes hold of my penis and tilts towards her face. Her touch is delicate, as if handling glass or shaking someone's hands for the very first time. I hear her swallow. This is the first time we don't have like aggressive, fucked up scene. We have something wholesome actually. Muramasa surprised me. I cannot speak. The strength it would take, I require to hold back the rising, hungry tide. She has begun to move her hands slowly, carefully, perhaps too careful to be called a caress. But I am no longer capable of making such objective assessments. I sight the skin. At least her every act is fueled poured on a fire. Her touch, her breath, even her gaze. They are corrosive, eating the chains that bind me.
影明様、口ですればよろしいのですよね。
She's so inexperienced. No, but the word cannot breach my throat. Why? Is it a struggle for control which prevents me? Or have I already lost that struggle and succumbed? Like a switch being flipped, the atmosphere changes, and suddenly I know how it feels to be prey. There's a light in the captain's eyes that was not there a moment ago, one that evinces a fresh new outlook on the situation. It seems to say, this could be fun. Wow. I am in mortal danger. I have no doubt at all that this is what she intended. Oh, okay. And like the tide, something new comes rushing in to replace it. It says, this female has invited me to feast. As a male of the species, my only choice is to obey. Feeling a sticky sensation where our bodies are joined, I look down. A bright red fluid glisters there. Forcing a smile, she answers my unspoken question.
ミサを立てておりましたから。
どなたに？
婚約者に。
Oh, that's more than just the loved one.
彼がいなくなる。
Oh,
他の殿方に身は任せないと。
oh, so that was for Shishku? Wait, oh my god, this is getting sad actually. There's so many things in her mind right now. This have way more thought into this than just I can do as I please. There's so many things. Then impales herself upon it once more. She repeats the process again again. My pleasure rises, suddenly and swiftly. And my will is no longer holding us back.
影明様。
That was wholesome. That was amazing and sad at the same time. Wow. Upon realizing that she has made me climax, the captain lets her body go limp. She falls forward, planting her hands to either side of my body. Are we going to end the road with Otori actually getting pregnant? Will we have like small Kageaki now? Wait, is this where it's going on? I, meanwhile, lift my head and look down upon her having back. It's over. No.
違う。
Something inside me looks through my eyes. at her flushed bright skin and says,
足りるまい。
I grip her shoulder and turn her to face me. She looks up. On her face, I see surprise and shame. And more than that, I see satisfaction. She's still basking in the glow of her climax. My lips twist. We are not done, that voice says. What's going on? We saw that woman in the negative that he saw before his eyes. Wait, what? That's weird. What's going on? It's almost feels like someone's controlling him now, or have influence on his mind. Even now, her goal remains a mystery. Was it an act itself, or was she hoping through it to gain some understanding of me? It doesn't matter, for in either case, she has not yet accomplished her purpose, though the poor innocent does not realize it. I have a duty to show her the error of her ways. Wait, what? This? This wasn't sex. True sex is something else. Again, the same woman that we saw before. What is going on? Yes, something more dire, from which there is no salvation. What? This cannot stand. As the seeker of knowledge, she has a duty to ensure that her understanding is complete. What? She wished to know of men, of me. So be it, Otori-kan. I will teach you. Okay. Otori, you literally asked about that in the first episode of this road. There we have it. She's tall for a woman, but I'm taller still.
私まだその
準備ができていないとでもご心配なくそんなことをしなくてよいのです。
Wow, what the fuck, Kakeaki? I squeeze. The flesh is soft but untrained. I can see that it causes her pain. Once I have tried of letting her struggle, I seize her by the neck and drive her face into the sheets. In this position, one hand is enough to control her entire body. Soon, she will have no choice but to accept that she's powerless. She does manage ultimately to turn her face to the side, where she looks up at me, pleading. I meet her gaze, seeing no need to temper my present expression. She gasps. Raw terror spreads across her features. Okay, so this is actually the fucked up situation. Okay. Abruptly, her struggles cease.
So,
I guess it's forceful from Kageaki, but I wonder if Otori feels the same, or for her it's just a play? I don't really know. Satisfied by her acquiescence and the tears in her eyes, I stroke her hair once and am rewarded with a sniffle. As the fire grows, I press my lips to the curve of her sweat, silicon neck.
こうされるのはお好きか。なら、もっとして差し上げる。
いやおやめください。
Yeah, she definitely. Yeah, she likes it.
跡が残って
Right?
しまいます。
Yeah, that's like the most. Yeah, that's your biggest problem. Sure.
卑猥な痕跡が。少女の身で男を犯すようなあなたにはそうかと存じます。獣が裸で歩いていたからといっておかしいと思う者はおりますまい。淫乱の差がを持つ女性が接吻の痕跡を残していてもやはりおかしいことは何もないかと。
Her head drops, weighted by shame. The tips of her ears are red as ripe apples. My mouth travels down her lips, down her arms, everywhere that desires lead it. Where it passes, red welters bloom like cherry blossoms in spring. The captain has at least abandoned all resistance, physical and verbal. She lies there, ready to accept whatever insults I choose to inflict on her flesh. Her obedience is pleasing, but I know that this will soon enough grow stale. Perhaps it's time. Though I plan to take it slow, I find my excitement too great. The swift path also had amusement. Okay, it's... Okay, I believe this is actually on both agreement. Like, on not like on verbal agreement, but like Otori is okay, I would say. Yeah, I assume this is still not the way that Muramasa would do this, like, usually in the scenes. Otori just got cut by surprise. Like, Kageaki got into the moment, and Otori is unexperienced and got cut by a surprise, and that's why she was like very defensive at the beginning, maybe? I don't know. Very well, next step it is. Suddenly, without the slightest warning, I place myself against her entrance. These juices, I know, are of her own making. A sign that her nature has finally awakened.
少しでいいですから優しく。
分かっています。
I nod intelligently. Does she think that I would refuse? I know precisely what she desires, and I'm only too happy to give it to her.
そうしてこその定女。
それは。
忘れてしまうつもりでおられたのか。この港影焼を胸に宿して。
I can't contain my amusement. The only way this could get any better if it's the two of them had been in love. They were not. I realize instinctively, but so be it. I have plenty to work with.
大義無情なことをなさるべきではありません。
影焼様。
忘れるなどと。覚えておられればよろしい。かりそめにも婚約のちぎりを交わした相手。こうして。自分に任されてはいかがか。
I don't think she's into it actually. I think like that's just the fucked up proposition. Though she tries tearfully to deny it, the heart rising in her core tells a different story. The combined assault of her body and spirit has lifted her untold heights. Her flesh is now as delicious as any I've ever tasted. How wonderful, how joyful it is to induct this maiden into her womanhood. I have so much more to show her, and the night is still young. So actually she is into this. 2 hours later. I don't know, this scene like left me that was complicated scene on many levels. I don't know why. Should I feel conflicted about this? Should I? Or I'm just like overthinking stuff and this is just simple. And I'm just like, and my brain is just destroyed by everything else that happened. Maybe I'm just like taking this like in some weird ways in my head, I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. How do you interpret this whole situation? Like, is this like everything? I don't know. You heard my thoughts. I don't know. Yeah, she definitely liked that.
なんと言い訳したものか。わかりませんが。
Yeah, you felt like being possessed by something.
その一種の病気で女性とこう
Wait, what?
過剰に接触してしまうと
You just made some shit up.
抑制の効かなくなるところが
That's not how it works.
けだもの。
Yeah. Okay, she definitely liked that, so that was actually a wholesome scene with some fucked up elements. that I would assume, but they were actually not fucked up for them. I guess. Maybe. Actually, that wasn't fucked up. That was like actually wholesome. Yeah, like there was like not real force in this. It was more like a play force. Yeah. Yeah, definitely they both enjoyed this. Okay, problem solved. That we had like first wholesome sex scene in the Muramasa. Great. The hour has nearly turned before her epitasis case. Okay.
でもよかった。影明様のこんなところ知っている人は他にいないのでしょ？
それはまあ
If there were, I would be afraid to venture outside.
そんな内緒の部分まで見せていただけてよかった。
Pretty much.
最後に。
Oh wait, she actually wants to... Oh, so she's going to actually kill him after all. Wait, what? She still has this resolve in her. Okay. Before the end. Okay. I swear, Kagaki will die and we'll have like baby Kagaki later on. I swear that's going to be the end of the road. I swear this is going to happen. The day breaks.
殿方より先に目覚めてこっそり抜け出しておくのが女のたしなみというものですのに。
Wow.
申し訳ありません。比較的朝には強い方で。
寝顔見られた。
Aww. I bet she looks cute while sleeping. And beautiful. Struggling not to laugh, I see her from my room. Then, ready myself for the day. We see each other again at the breakfast, which Miss Nakagura prepares. The meal is delicious, and the conversation light. Afterward, the captain excuses herself, citing a small matter to which she must attend.
港様、午前中はいかがなさいます？
少し森を散策しようかと。
それはよろしゅうございますな。
本当ね。お天気もいいし。影明様、後で私もご一緒して構いません？
Ooh.
もちろんです。
And thus, the meeting is set. Yep. Were someone to ask me, whenever a forest is in winter is beautiful, I would find myself hard pressed to answer. In spring there's growth, promising and new. In summer there's life, vibrant, sheltered from the sun. In autumn there's color, the quiet, gentle warmth. These are all beautiful in their own way. But in winter, there's nothing. Not warmth, no color, no life, no growth. A forest in winter is incomplete, missing the parts that make it whole. Historically, few poets have found much of this to admire, but few is not known. Some speak of the season as one which lays the world bare, which renders everything not imperfect, but naked, stripped of its petty affections. Winter, then, is the season of truth. This emptiness, this silence, is where the beauty lies. Interesting. I like these like philosophical thoughts in Muramasa. The way they see world and everything. Personally, I don't like winter. Do you like winter? Let me know in the comments. I'm not one who normally credits such sentiments. Now, however, I understand. As places to die go, this is more than I deserve. Perhaps this helps to explain my present state of mind. I find myself as calm as the barren trees around me. There's fear, of course. I am not so enlightened as to meet my death with a nod. To imagine Notori Kanae Malice, her fingers cold around my throat, fills my heart with terror. But inside my heart is where the terror stays, frozen. Perhaps by the winter air, my limbs do not shake, my thoughts remain clear. And so, it is with unearned composure that I await my executioner. Hello, Muramasa. Yeah, what will happen with Muramasa when Kageyaki dies? Will she go dormant? Or she will just walk around looking for like another host? Does she need a host actually? Probably not. Yeah, like... This is like one of the things that I'm like kind of worried and I'm wondering what will happen with Muramasa after Kageyaki's death. Will she become dormant? Will she like just wander around the world? Huh. Although, I mean, she was created like a war machine basically, right? So... her purpose is to destroy. Although she does, but she shows emotions as well. So yeah, she's different. She's weird. Although she does not show herself, I know that Muramasa has been with me since I departed the villa. She sits silent, not because she has nothing to say, but because she does not know if she should say it. She does not need to. After all this time together, I know what her words will be, and I am grateful for her restraint. If sorry, that she feels the need. Gratitude, the guilt. This may be the first time I have felt such emotions towards Muramasa. Come to think of it, I have my own message to deliver, and there's no reason that her silence should keep me from saying what needs to be said.
Muramasa.
I turn to face her. She remains hidden, but our bonds tell me where she is.
世話になった。
Thanking her. The woods are quiet as I resume my walk. From the position of the sun, I know that early morning has passed. I've been out here for over an hour. Soon, something tells me, though no time was appointed, the moment feels right.
日が陰ってきたな。
When we set out, the sky was blue and clear. Now a blanket of grey is spreading from the horizon. It looks like rain. What? Wait, what? Why? What the? What? Why we have a battle music suddenly? What the hell? I finally noticed the alarm in Muramasa's voice. The tone is familiar.
ボギーか。
方角水戸と野上距離950速度570単位この反応は何番もの
It's battles. It's battles. It's so battles. Oh my god. They're going. Oh my god. It's going to be the fight to death as I expected. Oh my god.
真鍮
It's so battles. There's only one reason they will be here. To tie up their loose ends. Was it? Was it?
あの機体
The one who killed your father. Yes! Oh!
貴様は
It can go wrong in so many ways. It can go so wrong in so many ways. I can totally imagine Kageyaki actually winning this. And seeing that he actually killed Otori. Will this road end with the suicide? Oh my god, oh my god, my chair just like messing up with me, god damn it. It's going to go so wrong. What the fuck?
あの時の
Oh my god. The Osogui incident. In the 24th year of Koryu, Usagi Sakae was assassinated, together with his family, by officers of the Imperial Army. This was one of the string of politically motivated killings that took place between the rise of the far right and Rokuhara's seizure of power. Born into an old military family, Osugai Sakanae spending his childhood preparing to follow the footsteps of his forebears, but after a series of poor choices saw him expelled from his army preparatory school. He spent the rest of his life, in a sense, rejecting all that had been taught. At that time, Edo was the center of political discourse in Yamato. There, Osugi reinvented himself as a pacifist speaking against the evil of empire. While his new ideas may have been born out of hate for the military, which had spawned him, Osugi took to them with zeal nonetheless. Cannot pronounce that. He had always possessed the gift of rhetoric. Men gathered around him, both the detractors and supporters, drawn not only by his speeches and his writings, but also to the peculiar dichotomy of his character. There was a man who could translate Darwin, yet had also found himself more than once ducking a jealous mistress knife. Ultimately, Osugi anti-imperialists, sympathies involved into full-blown anarchism, his supporters grave in number, and in favor as, of course, did his enemies on the right, for while a pacifist might be dismissed as a nuisance, an anarchist was a clear and present threat to national integrity. Why do we have this now? Why is this important? Osugu Sakai. Why is this important? To those who dreamed of Asia united beneath Yamatoan rule, he was the worst kind of traitor. I have a feeling like throwing at us like this letter or backstory or this is kind like backstory. I guess this is like backstory and some like history basically. I have a feeling like it kind of killed the moment. Like we should. I feel like Muramasa should continue with what happened there and not just like cut into this suddenly. That would be good if it would be like, I guess, before going to the forest? Like after like bed scene and everything, we would have like this, and then the whole climax. I don't know, it feels weird that we just have this suddenly. September 1. Koryu 24th. The Great Kanto earthquake lays waste to Edo. Hundreds of thousands died in the destruction and its aftermath. In the echoes which follows, rumors abound. Foreign laborers are banding together with socialists to loot, rape and kill. Although these stories have little merit, a hard, panicked people are ill-equipped to discern truth from fiction. Lynch mobs stalk the streets of Edo, claiming lives by dozen. However, the most famous murders of this period are committed not by historical townsfolk, but by soldiers acting with cold, clear purpose. And where some of those men, too, let paranoia drive them, still others see the rumors as merely an excuse to settle all their grievances. A few days after the earthquake, 10 political activists are arrested, shot and decapitated in the Katsushika district of Edo. This massacre, later called Kameido incident, is just first of many. September 16, Koryu 24th. Osugi Sakae, his wife, and their 2 sons, ages 6 and 7, disappeared their way back to the Edo from Yokohama, where they were visiting Sakae's sister, who had been injured in the quake. 1 week later, the public learns what happened. That a group radicals led by an imperial army captured and abducted the family, executed them, then took their own lives. Oh, okay. That's fucked up. To this day, no one disputes the official record. That it contains several falsehoods and numerous omissions is a truth that only those in certain circles know. Wait, why are we back here? Oh, okay. Her thoughts. Nagakura Sae pauses her sweeping. A dark spot on the floor has caught her eye. It's not possible. After the incidents, they tore out the floorboards and had them replaced. Wait, what? Could I have missed one? No, it's been 20 years. Plenty of time for new stains to build. And yet, as the old woman stares at the spot, that looks so much like drained blood. She cannot help but remember. Oh, is this like blood from Motori from the last night? Oh, what the fuck?
不思議なの。とても不思議なのよ。
Wait, this is child Otori? This is small Otori? Oh! So my thumbnail is not some kind of like fan art or something of some like character that I don't know. Oh! Shit!
この人たち、銃の弾を避けなかったの。あんなの、ちゃんと見れば簡単に避けられるのにね。
What do you mean, look? Yeah, maybe we'll have some answers on Otori, like who she is. What's her powers, basically? Like, she's very weird.
そうでしょね、おばあさま。
Oh, wow.
どうしてこの人たちは、私みたいに時間を止めてしまわなかったのかしら。
I knew it. I knew it. I said it before many times. Like this, it must be some kind of like time-stopping shenanigans. But yeah, why no one can stop like you? Like, what's your deal with you? What's going on in Muramasa? And just look at this picture. Like, she looks like she's crying in blood. She has blood tears. This is like metaphor on many levels. Shit. So this is the place where it happened. Her skin crawls, her hands shake, her broom clatters to the floor. It's like every time she recalls the event of that long ago day, the terror, always as fresh as the very first time that she felt it. She turns to the window. The sky is grey. Out there, a battle is beginning. She knows that her mistress will prevail. Defeat, for her, is impossible. Unless Otori Kanai chooses it herself. Yep, that's what I'm afraid of. That's what I think. Yep. Oh my god. Do we have to destroy Kageaki even more? Does he deserve being destroyed even more? Oh my god. The Musha lies. on the crown of a pine, a raptor glittering darkly. From there he gazes down at me, counting hangs, taking the air. In his eyes, I'm nothing but prey to be hunted at his leisure. My heart pounds. I clutch my chest. It's him, the Musha who killed my father. Bloodlust surges through my veins, demanding a surrender control. Vengeance, it cries, and I step forward to answer. An image cut through the crimson haze. No. Could this night be like them? Oh, there's someone you know. Will you figure it out? If his hatred for me was born of my crimes, then I do not have the right to deny him. But it is so. This warrior malice feels different from theirs. Kurusu no Konatsu and her companions were driven to vengeance by love. Love that my action twisted to madness. The madness I sense in this Musha is different. Not twisted, but pure. He hates me. Because to hate is his nature. Or do I read him wrongly? Am I looking for an excuse? There's only one way to be sure.
クルセイダー、どうやら問答無用の様子だが、そこを曲げて。あなたは港影焼に復讐を誓うものか。俺に謹慎を殺され、その怨恨にかけて俺の命を狙うものか。ならばこちらには刃を受ける用意がある。同様のゆえんにより俺を処断せんとする方がすでに1名控えておられるため、そちらと相談していただくことにはなるが、いかに。
The knight does not speak, not reveal his expression. And yet he answers, with a tilt of the head more eloquent than any sneer. What kind of fool are you?
貴様、やはり。
Whoa. Now the knight aims his crossbow not at me, but east, towards the villa. Wait, what? I take his meaning all too well. Give me what I want, and I will deal with her first.
やはり大鳥隊を狙ってきた追っ手か。させん。
She's agitating him to make him fight seriously. She wants to die. Okay, we may not have a little Kageaki actually. My calm has vanished. Consumed by flame, death will have to wait.
村正、あと一度だけ、あと一つだけ、やらねばならぬことができた。
ミド。
頼む。
I cannot afford to fall here. Otori Kanae, Shalon has the right to take my life. Oh. To protect her and assure my justice end, I will do what must be done. Oh my god. And this knight who killed my father will die.
鬼に会うては鬼を切る。仏に会うては仏を切る。
Okay guys, it's time. If you're on Discord, put this emote in the Muramasa section. We have that one. It's time to slay demons and to slay saints.
剣の断り、ここにあり。
It will go so wrong. Whatever happens, it will go so wrong. I think like the only quote good end would be to actually kill Kageaki at this point. Like there's no good ending in this. But if we have to choose the good ending, then that would be killing Kageaki. I don't believe that they can like be together, basically. I don't think that's like possible at all.
高度優勢は先方か。あの鋼鉄が備える独特の光彩、やはり伊達ではなかったらしい。
わかるの？
あれはオリハルコンだ。
In the West, there are three metals said to represent the pinnacle of the crooksmith craft. Blessed Mithril, the Demon's Bane. Javeled Adamite, which not blade can pierce. And the last, Shining Oraclon.
剣が羽衣に思えるほどの軽量なのだとか。そのため立ち上がりが異常に鋭い。
Okay. So what's Muramasa then? I guess Muramasa is Blessed Mithril then? Yeah, seems like Muramasa is Blessed Mithril because, yeah, Dadamite, like, she was cut many times, so nope. So I guess she's from the created by Blessed Mithril.
所詮の上手は約束されたようなものってわけね。なかなかや
Probably
るじゃ
can
ない。
say Ghost too.
けど重量が軽いことには短所もある。
あ
Yeah. In the air, Etsuri's striking force depends on velocity and mass. Though my opponents does have the altitude advantage, the lighter frame means that he still have trouble getting through with a longsword of his. This fight is by no means lost. Well, she have shield and crossbow at the same time as well, so that helps. Of course, that only implies as long as my enemy uses his sword. Yep. His crossbow, on the other hand, doesn't care how little he weighs. Historically, no weapon on Earth had been as feared as the Musha's bow. Where the ability to kill at range is concerned, only the most modern weapons can even begin to compare. The crossbow in particular, though it never saw much use in Yamato, possesses unparalleled penetrative force. The tensile strength, present in the kind of string that only Musha can wind, means that its bolt, properly rifled, can breach even the ultra-thick armor plate covering Etsurugi's chest. A trade-off, as the crossbow will take much longer to reload, so he will have to be careful about when he uses it. Still, considering the danger that weapon presents, it will be safer for me to stay on the ground, where the forest might provide some cover. And indeed, I could have been certain that my enemy would continue engagement even if I declined to follow him into the sky. There was, however, a chance that he would fly for the manor instead, in which case I would have been hard pressed to catch him, starting as I would have from the ground. Given that I cannot afford to let him near the manor, I'm forced to fight on the field, which favors my enemy. Perhaps this is why he came after first, because he knew that my concern for the captain would hobble me. My enemy dives, sword poised to strike. As expected, he intended to hold his bow and in reserve. He knows that, if it misses, he won't get around the chest. He will attempt to cripple us first, and then deal the finishing blow. So be it. We'll return this plan to our advantage.
剣の勝負でまさに追い詰めてあの石弓を撃たせる。
そ
Okay.
れを防いで仕留める。了解。飛び道具に頼る武者なんて所詮邪道よ。
Barbarian.
そこのところを教えてあげないとね。
Oh. As the enemy approaches, I realize that his bow may serve another purpose. Yep. That shape, the way he's holding it, could it also be a shield? My knowledge of Western material techniques is sadly lacking. Although I fought George Garrett on Enoshima, his weapon, a two-handed greatsword, was similar enough to my own that I could predict how he would attack. The pairing the sword of shield is entirely alien to my experience. In such situations, the safest course is to stick to the fundamentals of combat. I know that he will use the shield to defend, and his sword to attack. I just need to make sure that both of my attacks are addressing both. I assume Jodan, and drop my pitch, preparing for a strike at my enemy's belly. He's positioned his shield to defend. Immediately, I pull up and shoot my sword low, Now angling for his back. Oh. We heard a voice. The knight reacts with startling speed. A scratch echoes across the sky as my sword meets the metal of his shield. But though my feint was unsuccessful, it appears to have taken all that my enemy has to defend. The sword remains steady, with no sign of counter.
胸部鋼鉄に損傷。危ない。一発で破られかけた。
Okay. A trust. I should have known. Yeah. Makes sense. Unlike a slash, which distributes its forces along the cutting edge of the sword, a thrust concentrates all its power upon a single point. This means that even a lightly massive Musha can breach his enemy armor with a single well-placed thrust. But landing a thrust in the air, well-placed or otherwise, is a difficult task for even the most experienced swordsman. This is why most Yamatoan schools treat is unreliable, a technique of last resort. The ideal solution would be one where you can hold your thrust until the opponent is so close that missing is impossible. In practice, however, that would usually mean foregoing defense, which makes it a good way to get yourself killed whenever you land the thrust or not. Yeah, but in this situation you have a shield, so you can just focus on defending and just thrust. Makes sense. The Western Knight shield solves the problem nicely. The shield defends, leaving his sword free to thrust at the optimal moment.
こういうものか。
感心するのはいいけど、やられっぱなしはごめんよ。
無論だ。そんなつもりは毛頭ない。
Not with Captain Otto's life at stake, I must protect her. Oh my god, that sounds so wrong right now. Don't... Oh my god, Otto is going to die. She's going to die, like definitely. And Kageyaki will be like devastated, like on another level. Maybe Sayo will kill him. Maybe Sayo will take revenge for Kanae in this situation and Kageyaki will die by Sayo hand. That could happen. Actually, now I thought about this. Yeah, that could happen. He just created... If he kills Kanae, basically he creates new nemesis for himself. I must protect her, for she's alone will give me the death I deserve. But as my engine carves a trail of smoke across the winter sky, I find myself asking, to save a life? Is my motivation truly so pure? And if it is that right? Yeah, like, you don't need to fight with Ginseigo anymore. You can just fall in battle. You don't have to try so hard to clinch to life at this point. Yeah, he promised with Kanae that she will take his life. And his life belongs to her, but... yeah, Kageyaki have no purpose right now. I have fought to protect others before, but have I ever once succeeded? My mother died. The higher children died. How can I say my sword has the power to shield another from harm? If it did, then surely I could have saved my father that day. But no, mine is not a sword that saves lives. Regardless of what I might wish to be, the truth is clear. So be it then. Know yourself, the great strategist said. And if I truly wish to defeat this foe, then I must embrace my soul strength and fight to kill. Oh, there's another problem with this. Oh my god, there's another problem with this. If he kill Kanae, who he will kill next? Muramasa will force him to kill someone. Unless it's not how it works. I mean, if he kills someone he judges to be bad, he have to kill someone who's good. But if he realizes that this is Kanae, he don't realize her as a bad. So will Muramasa Covenant still apply to this? I mean, he didn't kill anyone after killing Konatsu, right? He effectively killed her. He tried to save her, but he effectively killed her there. And we didn't have any scene or anything that indicates that he had to kill someone innocent later on. Because he didn't found her like guilty or bad person. So probably by killing Kanae also Muramasa will not force him to kill anyone. Probably. Fortunately, I do not want for motivation. That awful scene is seared into my eyes, the same night arrow in my father's heart. I swore an oath, then to avenge him. The time has come to my good.
Ido?
The second pass, my enemy holds his stance. He means to once again block with his shield. Then come for a thrust with his sword. I'm not surprised, it's a solid tactic, balanced with no clean vulnerabilities. I'll have to make one if I hope to win, no matter the risk that requires. I raise Jodan, then switch to Gedan just before entering range. This places me on the on course to strike as I pass my enemy back. Instantly, the air crackled with my tension. My enemy is on high alert, and no wonder. I have not altered my approach from our first exchange. Dispute its failure there. Unless he's in combat, the combatant might take this to mean that I'm a fool. This one, however, does not underestimate me. He keeps his shield low, but ready to shift in response to the course of my sword takes. His caution will not avail him. Now a ripple of confusion disturbs my enemy readiness. At this moment, he's wondering why no impact has touched his shield. The answer is simple. I have not attacked. Instead, I have shield my sword. The left-handed grip, leaving my right empty. Why? Despite the question hanging in the air, my opponent does not hesitate. He trusts, with impossible timing and aim, directly at the point that his previous thrust damaged. My blood chills. If this strike connects, it will surely end my life. This time, however, I have a shield of my own to defend me. Oh, wow, okay. With my left hand, I parry his thrust. Shit. And with my right, I go for the kill. Whoa. Okay, that's some great tactic. My plan is simple. Hook my arm around his neck and use the force of our collision to shatter his spine. Ooh! Executed successfully, this technique guarantees your enemy a one-way trip into the never-ending dream. Yoshino Oryu, Yume Makura. I was certain that I'd taken him by surprise, however my enemy reflexes proved much faster than I anticipated. He attacks my arm at the last possible instant, leaving only the bare sensation of impact. Tells me that I clipped his helmet. Okay. I was so close. Oh, he clipped his helmet. In my mind, is my mind playing on me? I seem to hear laughter, though no voice should be able to reach me across the still Toro sky. Okay, if Kageyaki figured out during the fight that this is Kanae, I'm literally losing my ability to predict anything in the ending of Muramasa right now. All my assumptions after this fight started were about Kageyaki figured out who Kanae is after her death. Or or when she's dying in his hand. Like, let me see your face for the last time before I kill you, and then like, yeah, I'm just going into despair and maybe die from Sayo. But if he figures it now. It is soft and low, a sound not for of malice and scorn but of joy. Yeah, Otori likes fight.
ミド
敵情。
日の絵から馬の神距離620
Muramasa is concerned about how enraged Kagaki is. Like, he never wanted to genuinely kill someone, and now is the time.
反転
That's a long episode, actually.
あれはミド敵機が
Yes, it's clear what the enemy is doing. What isn't clear at all is why. Shooting? I'm staring down at the tip of my enemy's bolt. His sword is sheathed, and his bow is aimed squarely at my forehead. Oh, wait. She can stop time. She can literally just shoot the bolt, stop time for Kagayaki, and it will hit him. Is that how it works? I don't even know. I don't know how her power works. I definitely would like to have some explanation on her powers. I hope Muramasa will provide me this. Considering that I face an archer, this in itself is no surprise. But the problem is the timing. Why now? It's much too soon. I've taken no damage and my hit reserves are full. My ability to maneuver is therefore undiminished. The enemy knows this, yet he means to fire? I don't understand if he had a rapid fire weapon like a short bow, but this knight crossbow is precisely the opposite. It was designed for power, not speed. With a heavy sting that must be rewound after every shot. Or she can like... Oh wait, she can like basically machine gun with this. She can probably like shoot it, stop a time for herself, so for Kageyaki it will just look like instant shots from the crossbow. And she's just like going to shoot, stop the time, rewind, shoot, stop the time, rewind, and so on. God damn it, Kanaya, you are terrifying as hell. In Musha combat, where any given second could be your last, the time power is the most feared one. It is madness to expect more than one opportunity to fire such a weapon. That being the case, the wise strategy is obvious. Hold your shot until it has the best possible chance of landing. He doesn't seem like the sort of to let single near miss and unnerve him so severely. Yeah, you know it's so Shinogi as well. No, this is fruitless. It doesn't matter now. Whenever my enemy intentions, there's only one correct response. I must do everything in my power to evade the coming shot. The crossbow is his deadliest weapon. Force him to waste it, and the battle is won. The time it takes him to ready his sword will be all that I need to end it. Thus this night, my father killer will fall, and the Captain Otori will live. I peeled my eyelids back into the skull, determined to seize the fatal moment. That my enemy hatred is unleashed. I sense that he is doing the same, watching me, looking for the perfect target. Will it be my throat, my eye, my crown? Will it be my beating heart? I will have the answer shortly. She can also do something very dirty. Oh wow, we have from inside of Kanai cockpit now. Holy shit, I didn't expect that. Kanai can do also something very dirty in this fight. She can stop Kagaki movement by just talking. All she have to say is like, darling. And he will be like, oh! and then she just like kill him with a bolt. That's all she have to do at this point. Muramasa is in her sights. She will not, cannot miss. The moment she pulls this trigger, Minato Kagaki will die. Unless you choose not to kill him.